So here we are on Tuesday, March 24th. We're going to be doing kind of a sensory bin activity. So I have poured a couple cups of rice into a baking sheet tray. If you don't have a baking sheet, you can use like a bin. And if you don't have rice, you can use salt or something similar to this kind of consistency. So this is to practice our letters and numbers. So on this sheet of paper here, I'm going to write a letter. So have an adult write a letter for you. Make sure it's kind of nice and big so they can see what they're supposed to be tracing into the rice. So I kind of want to make sure this is even, so I'm going to shake it out, and then I'm going to use my finger and make a letter A. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to go diagonal, 1, 2, and across, 3. And this is going to help them start forming those letters. So that's a letter A, and I'm going to shake it out. And I laid down a blanket. You can lay down a towel just so it doesn't get messy, or do it on a table. So I did A. Oh, that's from our nature walk. I'm going to find another sheet of paper, and maybe we'll do a B. So I'm going to draw a B. So I'm going to start with a line down, little curve, and then I'm going to shake it out. And if you don't want to continually write all the letters, you can write a bunch of them. You can have them practice their name. So maybe I want to practice my name. You could write it down on here. And then I'm going to start with M, Mrs. Moyer. M, shake it out. R, shake it. S, Mrs. Oh, now see how it can get a little messy. And then Moyer, M, O, Y, E, R. And then we can shake it out, and they can do whatever they want on here, really. They can do stars, smiley faces, whatever they want to do. And if you want to be extra fun with the rice, you can actually add a couple drops of food coloring before you put it in the tray, and maybe like a Ziploc bag, and you can dye the rice different colors. And then it gets kind of fun from there on out. But go ahead and do this activity at home, and let me know what you think on Class Dojo or in the comments on my YouTube channel. Next, we're going to do a math activity. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. And the math activity for today is measuring. So I have different size containers here. So go ahead and, with an adult's help, find a couple different containers. It can be toys, it can be containers, like I have a bunch of different food containers here. And then you have to pick something that is going to be consistently the same size. So something like Cheerios, or you could use maybe the same size Legos to measure each of these boxes. So I'm going to kind of just get I'm going to use this cup and get some Cheerios out of here because I don't want to reach my whole hand in there. So I have a cup of Cheerios, and I'm going to start with my beef broth, and I'm going to measure each of these containers. So I'm going to use my Cheerios, and I'm going to just line my Cheerios up with the side of this. And make sure you are measuring end to end. So don't start your measuring in like this. Make sure you're all the way to the edge of the box. So I have all of these Cheerios. And the fun thing about using food is that you can eat them when you're done. So it's a snack too. The Cheerios all the way to the other end. I think I need one more. Okay, so now I have all the Cheerios lined up. I'm going to count how big is this beef broth box? How many Cheerios long is it? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Cheerios long. So now that I've done that, I can move on to my next container. So that beef broth container is 15 Cheerios long. Now I have a little can of diced green chilies, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line them up along the edge. 2, 3. Okay, I think I've done that. Ready? And let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The diced green chili jar is 4 Cheerios long. So this one is 15 Cheerios long, and this one is 4. Which one is longer? That's a challenging question. If you know the answer, please comment on the video or message me on Class Dojo and tell me which one is longer, the diced green chilies or the beef broth. And then I just have a couple other items to measure. I'm not going to do that on the video, but I just wanted to give you an example of how many you may want to measure. I chose 4. So I'm going to continue doing this on my own, and then you're going to be watching the number of the day video next. I'll see you tomorrow with the next video.